Things Daniel Ponce de Leon and Yadier Molina after the inning came to a close.
Well, I first thought that maybe Ponce had said something to Yadi, but I think Yadi was.
And this was at the end of the inning. Carlos Gomez, the center fielder, comes in.
Anybody want any hot chocolate, any coffee, donuts?
Number 4.
Teammates in Milwaukee. So
that's strike 3. And here comes Matt Williams. Is there going to be a discussion here? Let's see this. Okay. Oh, wow. I'll just say this for you lip readers at home. That
as well he should. You don't show up your manager on the mound on 3 separate occasions.
Yeah, there's Bob McClure, who had a very heated conversation with him right there, too. In fact, Cole Hamels came over and pulled him away.
something going on in the dugout.
See Papelbon saying run the ball out. And Bryce saying you got to be kidding me. And then Papelbon went right after Harper.
Between innings, Francisco Lindor talking to Leonys Martin. Looked like it might have gotten a little heated.
Well, yeah, he's talking about making that throw with the cutoff man, and he's let's go. That ball out in center field probably should have been caught.
And Bo Porter, I think rightfully so, rather heated. That'll get you a one-way ticket back to the minors very quickly.
Davey Martinez is coming. I told you. And I'm thinking half of that
works here. Wade Miley, who's not pitched well tonight, just gave up his 3rd home run, and in between innings, John Farrell over to basically, I think, tell him he is done for the night, and he gets into it here with Miley, and Miley not pleased at all, as you must.
Now you see Farrell follow Miley right down the runway. Miley is doing all
play by Garver to prevent a run for the moment.
And now they're yelling at each other. Oh boy. So they're going back and forth. Like, no. How about you zip it? Oh boy. Ozuna not having a look at Albies. What is going on with these guys? How about this?
Came back off the field after the top half of the 5th inning. Longoria took exception to B.J. Upton's lack of effort in center field. And you can't blame Longoria for that.
Listen, I would rather see teammates get on teammates for talking about.
The words were hard to make out, but the message very clear from Nolan Arenado. He is frustrated. This team is frustrated. We talked with Nolan before the game today, and he said this team is underachieving. They need to start performing. You can tell he's yelling right there at Nick Hundley. I'm not sure if he's specifically directing his message towards Chris Russell.
Now he's calling him out again. You know, I don't understand this. I think Willie Peralta, who has a 5.26 ERA, he might want to change his strategy of just.
Jose Altuve loves playing the game of baseball and plays it with such a passion, and in that last inning we'll show you again. This is him in the first out of the inning against Kendrys Morales. Throws the ball at Gurriel, gives him a hard time about where the throw is.
Well, he kind of lobbed it over there, and
and 2 out. Holiday coming up. Lackey's going to do his best to try and stay in this game. And he convinced John Farrell to leave him in.
And Joe looked like he was going to come out and get Mike Messina. Did he say, Joe, stay there?
No, stay there. Don't take me out.
Yeah, I thought that's what he said. Looking for one more out. And he's going to get it. He finishes Guillen off with a strikeout here in the ninth.
Boy, look at this. There's been so much barking on that bench. Mike Scioscia has gone so far as to draw the attention of Spike Owen, who was walking over the bench, and those two kind of going after it.
Doubled over the head of Span.
And he did that to lead off the second. Remember, this is the guy that Cueto has had trouble with over the years. One of the guys in this lineup. Parra and now Cueto are yapping at each other.
Contreras plunked. Oh, is the umpire calling him back?
He needed to stick his elbow out. I mean, it made it look blatant because he stuck his elbow. I think that ball was chased.
Contreras a little.
Garrett might have an interesting exit, and this is what happened at the end of the inning, as he knew it was his last inning. He and Ron Kulpa having a little discussion.
And I'm sure he was talking about it, but the way he's referencing towards the Astros dugout makes me believe that he might be commenting about the fact that Ron Kulpa was a little more involved in the.
Love Miles Straw. You want to talk junk from the third row in the seats? Guy almost knocked himself out trying to make a great play. You don't taunt somebody in that situation.
Now the Yankees are telling the fans, do not do that. They were throwing things at the Indian outfielders.
Stay classy.
Donnie is running out of players tonight. All of the position players used, and now Brian Anderson and Yadier Molina getting into it. And a few from each side in to break it.
All right, Aaron, take us through the situation. Tell us what you see.
All right, clearly Dexter Fowler is giving something to Jason Hayward, whether it be location, whether it be the pitch, whatever. Now watch right here. Hayward looks out, we think, to Bumgarner, but he's actually communicating with Fowler, and Fowler kind of nods his head like.
Well, this is Robles walking off. Watch Teixeira and third base coach Joe Espada as Robles barks at them.
Well, I mean, Teixeira, a combatant in this game. Don't mind him saying anything. Third base coach, give me a break.
Well, we are back at Fenway Park. I got to tell you, we're very unusual here. Not exactly sure what this was all about, but Alex Verdugo got into a pretty heated exchange with first base umpire Alan Porter.
Why?
No idea.
In front of him, so he can't pick, and now DJ's telling him, what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? I could see around you. I'm 6'4".
It's kind of silly, don't you
But
think?
but that's what he's now.
And the umpire's coming in.
The umpire's going to come in, and he's actually going to tell Javi.
Day that is in the Cleveland Indian uniform, and Hasegawa came up and in and hit Albert Bell. And Albert obviously not pleased, or did it hit him? Yeah, Ed Hickox is saying you've got to go to first base.
Oh, we've seen this in the past. There was an occasion where Albert Bell swore he wasn't.
And there's more. And now he's got sore knuckles on the other hand.
There he is. He's out there trying to cool off in right field. I mean, that was pretty severe.
That was an impressive display. Okay, you know, the bat to the cooler is one thing.
There he goes. On the appeal, he went around, and Martin strikes out. So we're moving on to the 14th inning as Martin just gets tossed out of the game.
Well, the umpire on the field said it was a swipe and a miss, right? So what did you see that would tell you the umpire on the field was wrong?
Jung Ho showing some emotion in